If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, let's go back to the topic. What if the key to making her want you more is simply ignoring her? Sounds bold, right? But here's the truth. When you pull back, everything changes. She starts noticing, questioning, and chasing you. In this video, I'll show you exactly why ignoring her works and how it shifts the power in your favor. Trust me, by the end, you'll never see attraction the same way again. 1. She starts to question your value. When you ignore a woman, something profound happens. She begins to question your value. Let's break this down step by step. In today's world, validation and attention have become the ultimate currency. Every time she posts a picture, she's likely met with a flood of likes and compliments. Every time she steps out, there's no shortage of men trying to catch her eye. For her, this attention isn't just a bonus, it's the norm. Now imagine what happens when you step out of this pattern. You're not liking her pictures, not texting her first, not chasing after her when she gives you the cold shoulder. It's an instant disruption to her world. Instead of feeling reassured that she has you wrapped around her finger, she's left wondering, why isn't he acting like all the others? Does he know something I don't? Is there something special about him that I've overlooked? This questioning isn't just curiosity, it's a shift in how she perceives you. People are naturally drawn to things they don't fully understand. The moment you stop being predictable, you force her to think deeper about who you are. She starts to replay your past interactions in her head, searching for signs of what makes you different. And this is where the real magic happens. When she starts questioning your value, she begins to elevate it in her mind. Ignoring her isn't about mind games. It's about demonstrating that your worth doesn't depend on her validation. You're subtly saying, I don't need to prove myself to you. I know my value. And in a world where most men are desperate for her attention, that kind of confidence stands out like a beacon. 2. Her ego takes a hit. Let's be real. Most women today are used to being the center of attention, especially if they're attractive. Social media has amplified this tenfold. Every selfie she posts gets hundreds of likes. Every story she shares has guys sliding into her DMs. It's not that she's intentionally seeking validation, but the constant flow of attention becomes a natural part of her daily life. Now, what happens when you, the one guy she thought might be interested, suddenly go silent? It's like a cold bucket of water on her ego. She might not show it outwardly, but internally, there's a shift. She starts asking herself questions she hasn't had to confront in a long time. Did I misjudge him? Am I not as interesting as I thought? Why doesn't he seem affected by me? This hit to her ego isn't about making her feel bad. It's about creating space for her to see you differently. When you ignore her, you're taking away something she's used to, effortless attention. And when that attention disappears, it forces her to reevaluate the dynamic between you two. But here's the key. Your silence has to come from a place of self-respect, not manipulation. You're not ignoring her to hurt her or play games. You're simply prioritizing yourself, your goals, and your peace of mind. This quiet confidence communicates something powerful. I'm not here to boost your ego. I'm here because I value myself, and I'll only give my energy to those who value me in return. Over time, this approach doesn't just make her respect you. It makes her crave your attention even more. 3. She starts to chase you. Here's where the tables truly turn. When you ignore a woman, you take yourself out of the equation of constant validation. And do you know what happens when someone feels like they're losing something? They want it back even more. This is a basic psychological principle. Scarcity creates value. Think about it. When something is always available, we take it for granted. But the moment it becomes scarce, we start to appreciate its value. By ignoring her, you're introducing scarcity into the dynamic. You're no longer the guy who's always there, always replying instantly, always making her feel like she's the center of your universe. Instead, you become a man of mystery, someone she has to work to understand, and eventually, to win over. This isn't about manipulation. It's about shifting the focus back onto yourself. While you're ignoring her, you're not sitting around waiting for her to notice. You're busy building your life, working on your goals, hitting the gym, exploring your passions, and becoming the best version of yourself. And guess what? That energy, that focus on self-improvement, is magnetic. When she sees that you're thriving without her, it sparks something in her. She starts to wonder, why is he so unbothered? What's going on in his life that's more important than me? That curiosity quickly turns into a desire to reconnect. And before you know it, she's the one texting first, liking your posts, and trying to get back into your good graces. But here's the secret. Don't break character. If you respond to her chasing by immediately giving her all your attention again, you'll lose the dynamic you worked so hard to create. Instead, maintain your focus, stay consistent, and let her come to you on your terms. 4. She respects your boundaries. Boundaries are everything. In today's dating world, too many men fail to set clear boundaries, and as a result, they get taken for granted. When you ignore a woman after she's crossed a line, whether it's disrespect, manipulation, or simply taking you for granted, you're sending a clear message. I value myself too much to tolerate this behavior. At first, she might not like it. Modern women are used to getting their way, especially with men who are eager to please. But over time, she'll come to respect you for standing your ground. Why? Because boundaries show strength. They show that you're not afraid to lose her if it means maintaining your self-respect. This is crucial because respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Without it, attraction fades and the dynamic becomes one-sided. When you ignore her to uphold your boundaries, you're setting the stage for a relationship that's built on mutual respect, not one where you're constantly chasing her approval. And here's the kicker. When she sees that you're willing to walk away rather than compromise your values, she'll be drawn to you even more. Women are naturally attracted to men who exude strength and confidence. By ignoring her in the right moments, you're not just protecting your peace, you're earning her admiration. 5. It forces her to reflect on her behavior. Sometimes, ignoring a woman isn't just about creating distance. It's about giving her the space to reflect. When you step back and stop engaging, you're giving her the opportunity to think about her actions and how they've impacted the dynamic between you. Maybe she's been taking you for granted, expecting you to always be there no matter what. Or perhaps she's been testing your patience with unnecessary drama or mixed signals. Whatever the case, your silence creates a mirror for her to examine her own behavior. This doesn't mean she'll immediately change or come running back, but it does plant a seed in her mind. She starts to realize that not every man will tolerate her actions. Not every man will stick around when they're not being treated with respect. This realization is powerful because it forces her to decide, does she want to step up and meet your standards, or is she willing to let you go? Either way, you're in a win-win situation. If she chooses to improve and meet you halfway, you've set the foundation for a stronger connection. And if she doesn't, you've saved yourself from investing time and energy into someone who wasn't willing to reciprocate. 6. She sees you as high value. A high-value man doesn't chase, beg, or compromise his self-respect for anyone. And when you ignore a woman, you're embodying this principle. You're showing her through your actions that you're not like the rest. You're not desperate for her attention because you already know your worth. Modern women are drawn to men who have their own lives, their own passions, and their own goals. By ignoring her, you're subtly communicating that your life doesn't revolve around her, that you're a man with purpose and direction. And this is incredibly attractive. The truth is, high-value men are rare. Most guys today are too quick to give away their power, too afraid to lose a woman's interest. But when you stand firm, when you show her that you're confident in who you are, you set yourself apart. You become the kind of man she respects, admires, and desires. The best part? This isn't something you have to fake. It's a natural byproduct of focusing on yourself and living a life you're proud of. When you stop chasing and start thriving, you don't just attract her attention, you keep it. 7. She feels the power shift. When you ignore a woman, something remarkable happens. The balance of power in the dynamic shifts entirely. In most situations, especially with men who chase, women often hold the majority of the power. They're the ones who decide how and when things progress. But when you choose to step back, you reclaim control over your energy and attention. This shift in power doesn't mean you're dominating her or being controlling. It's a natural result of prioritizing yourself. She suddenly realizes she's no longer in the driver's seat. You're no longer waiting on her replies, trying to earn her time, or seeking her validation. Instead, you're the one dictating how much access she has to you. This reversal can be both confusing and exciting for her. It challenges her expectations and forces her to reevaluate how much she values your presence. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't give their power away easily. When you stand firm in your independence, she feels that energy, and it sparks a deeper level of interest. She begins to see you as someone she has to work for, someone whose attention is a privilege, not a given. 8. She becomes curious about your life. One of the most fascinating effects of ignoring a woman is the curiosity it sparks about your life. In today's hyper-connected world, where most people share every detail on social media or through constant communication, your silence creates a void. And that void, it's like a puzzle she can't help but want to solve. She'll start wondering, what's he doing when he's not texting me? Who's he spending time with? What's so exciting in his life that he doesn't feel the need to reach out? This curiosity can quickly grow into a full-blown obsession, especially if you're genuinely living a fulfilling and busy life. The key here is to truly focus on yourself. Whether you're working on your career, pursuing hobbies, hitting the gym, or spending time with friends, your energy should be invested in things that make you better and happier. This isn't just about creating mystery for the sake of it. It's about genuinely living a life that's so engaging. It naturally draws her in. Over time, this curiosity becomes a driving force. She'll want to be a part of your world, to share in whatever it is that's keeping you so fulfilled. And that desire to understand and connect with you on a deeper level can completely change the dynamic between you. 9. She tries to win your attention back. When a woman realizes she's not receiving the attention she's used to, her natural reaction is to try and get it back. This isn't manipulation on her part. It's a subconscious response to feeling like she's losing something valuable. You've created a scenario where your attention is no longer freely available, and now she feels compelled to earn it. This can show up in different ways. She might start texting you more frequently, initiating conversations, or even trying to impress you in subtle ways. Maybe she starts dressing differently around you, sharing more about her life, or showing interest in the things you care about. These are all signs that she's making an effort to bridge the gap you created by stepping back. But here's the important part. You shouldn't give in too quickly. Stay consistent with your approach and let her actions speak louder than her words. If she's genuinely trying to connect with you on a deeper level, that's a good sign. But if her efforts feel temporary or surface level, it's up to you to decide whether she's truly worth your time. Remember, this isn't about playing games. It's about setting the standard for how you want to be treated. And that's the truth. When you simply ignore a woman, you reclaim your power and let your value speak for itself. It's not about playing games, it's about building confidence, focusing on yourself, and setting the standard for how you want to be treated. If this video gave you a new perspective, let me know in the comments. What part stood out to you the most? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video on becoming the best version of yourself. Keep striving, keep growing, and remember, your value is non-negotiable. See you in the next one. If you are